I thought I'd show you my wardrobe this morning. A couple of reasons. First is I made this collage. I did another one then a few weeks later. And I wasn't particularly intending to put them on the outside of my wardrobe drawers. In fact, I think originally I had them on the insides, and then I decided that I wanted to be able to look at them. So I made these just sort of cheer myself up really when I was struggling. So just picked up pictures and images out of magazines, nice headlines that I thought made good things to put on there. They definitely cheer me up. The thing I was going to show you was the inside of my wardrobe. So at the end of each season, I pack away all my clothes from the summer and sort out all my clothes for winter and put them on the hangers. And what I've done, if you notice, I've put all my hangers the other way round. And then when I've worn a piece of clothing, I put it back the right way round, like that. And then that way, when I get to the end of a season, I can see what I've worn and what I haven't. And it's a really good way to sort of make sure that firstly, that you're wearing everything in your wardrobe, because I heard this statistic once that we wear 20% of the clothes in our wardrobe 80% of the time. So we always reach for an old favourite. And then I think, we have all these lovely things. Look, that bear just trying to get in. Oh gosh, excuse my messy shoes. I forgot about that. I haven't sorted them out yet. We only wear like 20% of our clothes 80% of the time. And often I think it's just we don't really think to try something or wear something we haven't worn before. So I really quite like the idea of just making sure that you wear everything. And then also you get to the end of the season and think, well, I didn't pick that out of the wardrobe once. Do I really want to keep it? Am I really likely to wear it? Does it really fit me or not? And so, and if not, then you can decide, right, I'm not going to keep this. It's going to go to charity or whatever. So yeah, so I've got all my dresses at this end. I wear a lot of dresses. That's all, whoops. That's all dresses there. And then cardigans, and then jumpers, and then short sleeve tops, and then shirts and blouses there, and then skirts here. So in there, and then at the end I've just got a smart jacket. Oh, there's all my scarves. And a little scarf holder. And then I've got some smart clothes there, which I don't wear very often. So yeah. And as you can see, I more or less use a rainbow sort of thing for my clothes. These ones are really annoying me at the moment. I need to change the hangers and that one as well, so that it all fits in the right order. So yeah, that's my autumn winter wardrobe. So this box arrived this morning. I've taken the address off the top, but I haven't opened it yet. I'm really excited for this. So this is from Olive and Joyce, which is a shop on Etsy. I am not being paid to tell you about this. I'm just telling you because I really like this product that I'm going to show you. Part of the reason I like it is because it's really eco-friendly. So it's come in a cardboard box and with paper tape all over it, and then all these little things inside are they're made of potato starch, so they squish down to nothing, and if you put them in water they completely dissolve. So if you've got small kids, it's quite a fun thing to do. Give them those and say, go and chuck them in a bowl of water and see what happens. So in here is I'm going going to do with them now? I'm going to throw them on the floor, I think. In here is face cream. I love, love, love this face cream. It all comes wrapped up. A little thing. Says, dearest Jill, thank you so much for your lovely order and for supporting my small business. All my love, Emily. So Olive and Joyce is run by this lady called Emily. I can't remember her surname. I did look it up and I've now forgotten. And all her products are all made from like natural ingredients. And I actually saw this on somebody else's blog. And the reason why I bought it is because I'd watched this blog. The blog is Stitched by Mrs. D. And I started, that particular day I was watching and I thought, oh, doesn't her skin look lovely? I thought, what does she use on her skin? It's really, really nice. And then she started saying about this new face cream that she got and she'd been using for about a week. And I thought, well, that's recommendation enough for me. So it's called, oh, of course you're seeing it backwards, aren't you? The Eternal Pro-Aging Face Cream. This is the second reason why I really like it. What is wrong with getting older? Why do we always have to look younger than we really are? I just find that really bizarre, to be honest. You might have noticed my hair is going grey and I'm just leaving it to go grey. I don't really wear makeup very much. I've no interest in making wrinkles disappear, although perhaps that's easy for me to say because I don't really have very many wrinkles and I know I look quite young for my age anyway, so maybe it would be different if I looked a lot older than I am. But anyway, I'm all for aging. I'm all for being pro-aging. So pro-aging face cream, yeah. So I've just nearly finished my old jar, so I thought it was about time I bought a new one. So yeah, so do look her up on Etsy. Olive and Joyce is the name of the shop. And so that, oh, she's also sent me a little sachet of tea. This is pucker tea. I love pucker tea. It's the one I drink all the time, although I've not had this one. This is called Tulsi Clarity, a sacred blend flowering with vibrant clarity. What it's got in it: Tulsi leaf bend, green Rama, purple Krishna, lemon Varna. That sounds very sort of I don't know, spiritual, doesn't it? I shall go and try this out a bit later. I'm really sorry for the horrible light. It wasn't so bad when I first started, and then the sun started shining through the window, and so I'm probably all in shadow and everything. Like I said, I'm a complete amateur at this. But anyway, that really cheered me up this morning, getting that this thing of face cream, my really nice face cream. And I was extra chuffed to get the tea, so I will try that later and I'll let you know what it's like. Morning. My hair's looking a bit flat this morning. My one of my kids moved out beginning of August. I think I've mentioned it a few times before, and left behind loads and loads and loads of different shampoos that they'd sort of experimented with and, you know, decided they didn't like anymore. So I've been using up all these shampoos, but the one I'm using at the moment I think just makes my hair look a bit flat. I think maybe I need to leave it loose today. I need to put some earrings in as well. I've only got my little ones in at the moment. Right, anyway, I'm sure you're not terribly interested in all that. I didn't post yesterday because in the end I didn't film an awful lot, and what I did film was all in my bedroom, and so it just looked like I've been sat in my bedroom all day. So I decided I'd just sort of add it onto today. So today's Sunday, so today is day 9, and so I'm off to church this morning. And what else can I tell you? Yeah, yesterday we went to Emmaus and had lunch there, which was really nice. I was hoping to get a desk for my youngest for their bedroom, but unfortunately the one I'd seen yesterday on Friday had already gone by the time we got there, which I was a bit gutted about that. But I picked up a men's shirt. I always get shirts when I go from there because they're really cheap, and I have a huge collection of men's shirts, and the idea is that I'm going to do a collage with them, but I really have a huge collection now, so I need to sort of get on with it. Excuse me a minute, I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Right, so yeah, after my disaster with the toy that I was doing the other day, I decided I would make something different. So now I'm making a Father Christmas. I'm just going to see if I can find the pattern book. So you quite often get these in the shops. I'm sorry because it's all the wrong way around, isn't it? Ultimate Knitted Toys collection from the makers of Simply Knitting. And I don't know how old this one is, but I suspect it's probably from last year. And the pattern that I am making, if I can just find it, is this Father Christmas. He is just so cute. He really is. And it's actually pretty easy so far. I only started it yesterday evening, and so far I've knitted the head and body, arms and legs and beard. So I'm just doing his hair now, and then I've got to do his cloak. And his cloak, it's like a little hoodie. I just think that's so cute. I might make a couple of those. So yeah, it's rather fun. And the instructions actually are really, really good. So it's dead easy to do. And then what else I do? I've got to do the rest of my homework today. I'm determined to get it done. My plan is that I get my homework done today, and then I can have a day out tomorrow as a treat. So yeah, that's my plan. If I do have a day out, I think I might go up to King's Lynn, which is on the Norfolk coast, which is somewhere I have not been since I have lived in Cambridgeshire. So I think it might be just quite a nice trip out, really. But I'm not going to go unless I actually get my homework finished. I've sort of promised myself that I've got to do my homework. So just to help keep me on track. I am feeling a lot better than I was the other day. I was really, really tired on Saturday and on Sunday, Friday and on Saturday. I'm getting mixed up with my days. And yesterday, another part of the reason why I didn't film anything was I was still sort of resting and recovering. So yeah, I'm a lot better. I just have to pace myself, and I do get very frustrated about not being able to pace myself. One thing I'm going to do, just before I disappear, you might have seen there's a few pictures behind me. I might as well show you those. Bear with. It's our picture gallery, and with the exception of a couple of pieces, all the pieces are done by me, my family, or people. So I'll just show you this one. This one is one that I did, which I'm not really that pleased with, but it was one of these painting evenings where they're called sip and paint, where basically you get a glass of wine and you sit and you do a picture according to you know, they give you instructions, but the instructions were verbal, and unfortunately I misunderstood the first instruction, which was to put your tree in the center of the canvas, and so I did put it dead center, started the bottom of the tree in the center, so consequently it's a bit top heavy. So I really like the picture, but I think I'd like to redo it with the tree slightly further down, but otherwise I'm quite pleased with that effect. This one This one was one we bought off a guy who is on the streets, and he sells the paintings that he does, and they're usually very surreal. And I'm not so keen on the surrealist ones, but I love this one because I love the play of the light on the boats and the sort of rather precarious little lighthouse on the top. So I bought that off him for 20 quid last Christmas, I think. I was really rather pleased with that purchase. It's beautifully painted. That one is one that my youngest boyfriend did for them as a birthday present, which I think is rather sweet. It's done on the computer. That's a Bible quote that I did. That one is done by my second oldest, who has always said, oh, I can't draw, I'm no good at drawing, and did this most beautiful picture of koi carp without any photo references or anything. I was absolutely delighted with it, so I said, well, that's definitely going in a frame. This I was just practicing a different technique with the blue behind, using a sort of a fan brush to see if I could get it to blend. Mixed success, and then I painted a sunflower over the top, so very stylised, but I quite like it actually. I like the colours. This leaves something to be desired. This is one of these paint by numbers things. I did a couple of these during lockdown when we couldn't get out, and they're really enjoyable to do, but I'm not terribly pleased with the end result. As you can see, the colours of well, you can't see terribly well because we've got the light shining in the window, but the colours of the tree up the side here are not terribly true to the picture, but it was fun, and yeah, I enjoyed it, so I stuck it up. This one I did because I just love trees. I just basically did lots and lots of leaves around, and then on the sort of background. I really, really love trees, so I had quite a lot of fun just creating that one. I don't think there's great depth of colour in there, but I enjoyed it. You know, that's what it's about. And I'll show you this one next. So this one I absolutely love. This is by an artist who I've got a couple of her pictures, including one that I actually had commissioned for me. And she's called Charlie Mayer. And you can find her on Facebook as Charlie Mayer Illustrations. And I just love her stuff. This one particularly just reminded me of somewhere we used to live when my children were younger. And so yeah, I really, really love that picture, and it just seemed like a nice place to put it, really. That's another one done by the boyfriend of my youngest, which again I just thought was absolutely delightful. And my youngest said, could we put it on the gallery wall? And I said yes, definitely. And this one is one that I did a little while ago. It was just kind of like a mandala with the sun, and you know, mandala sun with the trees and buildings around the edge. I don't know, I really had a vision of this in my mind for ages, and lots of different buildings around, and decided to actually put it into practice and actually do it. So I mean, a lot of the pictures that I've got up here, particularly the ones that I've done, they're here not because I'm a great artist, because I'm not, and I know I'm not, but because I enjoy it. I enjoy the process. I quite like the end result, but they're up more because I have happy memories of actually doing them, rather than because I love what they actually are. As you can see, I've got blank spaces here, so the idea is that over time we will fill the wall with more paintings. So there we go. See you later. Just on my way to church now. You know how sometimes it's the little things in life that just give you so much pleasure. I've got the sun behind me, sorry. I've just found out that at Tesco's you can recycle the pet food pouches. you know, that foil pouches that you get the wet pet food in, which I use for Lily and Luna. And I hate using them because I hate putting those things in the waste. And it's literally, those and crisp packets are the only things that I ever put in the waste bin. Everything else just goes in recycling or in the food bin. So it really, really irks me. Anyway, I happen to notice in Tesco's that they will recycle crisp packets and food, the pet foil pouches there. I'm just so excited by this. I'm like, you really made my day. So I'm going to put an extra little bin in my kitchen now just for crisp packets and food foil pouches. And that's one more thing I can keep out of the waste bin that goes to the dump. So yeah, it's really made my day. Sorry, croaky voice. Right, I shall see you later. Hello. Well, it's evening time now. I've finished sewing, I've finished knitting all the little bits for my Santa Claus that I was making. I'm just now in the process of sewing all the little bits up. So we have his little cloak. Look at that, it's just so dinky. I've left a little end so that I can sew it to his body. That's his hair. And he's got 2 little arms, and then I've done one foot, and I'm just sewing the other foot together, and then I've got to sew his body together when I've done that. So I just thought I'd sort of come and update you on my day. So yeah, so I had a good time at church, met up with a few friends, had a good chat, organised a haircut. I'm not having a long cut, I'm just having a few inches off the bottom. It was about time. I'm trying to think the last time I actually had my hair cut. I do my fringe myself, and then the ends, I mean, it's you can see how long it is. It basically goes down to my waist. And I think the last time I had the ends chopped was when my mum did it about 2 or 3 years ago, and it really needs a good chop because it's all a bit straggly at the ends. I think because as I've got older, my hair's got a bit thinner as well, so it definitely needs a bit of tidying up. But I'm definitely not going to be. I'm definitely not going to have it cut short though. A lot of people said to me, "Oh, so now you're 50, a bit older than 50 actually. Now you're 50. Are you going to have your hair cut short?" And I'm like, "No. What's wrong with having long? Oh, you can't have long hair when it's grey. Why?" So no, I'm definitely going to keep it long. So anyway, why was I telling you that? Oh yeah, I organised a haircut while I was at church as well, so that was good. And then this afternoon, I think I said to you that I'd promised myself that if I got my homework done, then I can have a day out tomorrow. Well, I got my homework done. I was so pleased. But it was funny because I was sitting down to organise it, and I realised that I've got all these bits of paper and I've got nothing to put them in, and I hadn't actually got round to getting a file. I wanted just like a folder, ring binder folder, to put all my stuff in, and I just thought, oh, this is ridiculous. I have to go and get a file because I just could not get my head around what I needed to do because I had so many bits of paper everywhere because we'd had loads of handouts this week. And I looked at the time and it was about 2:30, and of course the shops in England shut at 4. I have still not got used to this. I spent so many years living in Scotland, and this whole shop's only been open between 10 and 4 on Sunday. I really struggle with it. Anyway, I did sort of think, well, if I'm going to go and get something, I need to go and get it now. So I sort of went, I thought, well, that means I'm going to have to abandon the homework. But I was really struggling with the homework anyway. So I went to B&M. I love B&M. They have so much stuff there. It's quite cheap. Although sometimes you find it's not as cheap there as it is other places. But in terms of things like their homewares and stuff, I quite like their things in there. So anyway, I went there because I knew they had files there. And I went and I found that they didn't have any ring binders. They only had the big lever arch files, and I didn't want one of those because I need it to be small enough for me to be able to take it to college with me each week. However, what I did get was 2 chocolate oranges. I'm buying them because I'm going to make little chocolate orange covers, knitted covers for them. I've got 2 chocolate oranges. I got 2 scrubbing brushes. I've got a new loo brush. I did get a plastic folder to put my things in, which may or may not come in handy. And I got a tin with a lid, a special tin with a lid for me to put the cat food pouches in, because the cats, you can't just leave them on the side, or you can't just leave them in an open box, because the cats in the middle of the night, if they want your attention, they pick up the foil packets, the food packets, and they bring them upstairs, and they leave them outside my youngest bedroom door. And in fact, last night they brought me one in my bedroom, and it's a bit gross, really, isn't it, having cat food pouches over the house. So I needed to get one with a lid that the cats couldn't open. So I got that as well. And I'm sure I've got a couple of other things as well. I can't remember what. So I came out of there having got a huge bag full of stuff and not got the file. So, oh, this is Bear. You come to say hello, Bear? Come here. Come here. Come and say hello. Come on. That's it. Oh, he's now sat down so you can't see him. Look, put your head up a little bit. And there we go. This is Bear. Mwah. Yeah, so then I had to go, because they didn't have any files, I then had to go next door to Asda, and I got a file from Asda. And I also bought some bedding for my youngest son. I've got some of that fluffy teddy bear bedding, which he's very excited about. So yeah, so that was all good. And so I came back home, and I had a look at my homework, realised that I suddenly it all made sense, whereas it hadn't done before. So then I started. I started on the homework, and I got it all finished. I was really chuffed. I was really chuffed that it was all that I basically understood what I was doing. So that was good. So I was then thinking, well, maybe I will go out tomorrow. I don't know though. I don't know whether I am going to have a day out tomorrow. I will see how well I sleep and how I feel in the morning, because I'm still quite tired. I've got college again on Tuesday, and I really need to go for a run at some point this week, because I'm doing a fun run on next Sunday, and that is 5k, and at the same time my partner's doing a half marathon, so I need to do the run, and then I need to be there to cheer him on while he does the half marathon. So yeah, so that's going to be quite busy. Just looking to see where my other bits are. Oh, there we go. Look, there's it doesn't look like much yet, but that's Santa's head and his body. So yeah, I need to sew those up and then stuff them. So yeah, I haven't quite decided what I'm doing yet. We'll see. I really like the idea of going out for the day, but maybe I won't. Maybe I won't. So what else can I tell you? Don't know really. Yeah, I think that's about it really for now. I'm sure I had other things I was going to talk about, but you know what it's like. It's just once you start, then I can't remember. I really ought to start writing things down, have a little list. It's what I do when I'm doing my podcast, but just when I'm doing the daily vlogs, I tend not to bother. And then I think I'm being all spontaneous and everything, but I'm not. I'm just being a bit vague. I think. Not really thinking of what I need to talk about. But there we go. So I think my next plans, after I finish sewing this, I think I might make another one. I really would like to make some more hats. I'm in two minds about whether or not I need to make any more stuff for myself, because I actually have quite a lot. Oh, I spoke to one of my friends about doing the teddy bear, where I said I thought I got the wrong size needles, and she said, oh well, I've made them all in double knitting and they all worked out fine. So she sort of encouraged me to have another go, keep at it. So I might pick it up again and do a bit more, and just see how it goes. I don't know. I'll take it when I see her again on Wednesday, and we'll have a look at it together, I think, and just see, you know, see if I can work it out. So yeah, I think that's about it really. I need to go and make sure the kids are sorted out, ready for school and college tomorrow, and then I'm going to go and get myself into bed. I think I could do with an early night. I find it quite difficult to sleep recently, so I think that's maybe what I need to do. Yeah, right. So I will see you guys tomorrow, hopefully, and let's see if I manage to make it to King's Lynn or not. See you later. Bye.